from the Pro Circuit Kawasaki team, Mr. Levi Kitchen.
What's up? How you guys doing?
Doing good, man. How you feeling? You ready to start this thing all over again?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty ready. I had a good off season and some good time off, and then been back to work for a few months. So it's been really good.
Yeah, I think I either read or I heard you during the media day a couple weeks ago say that you had something like 6 weeks off. You got to go to Hawaii. That's a lot longer time than most of the guys get off. You worked that out just right.
Yeah, for sure. I've kind of learned over the past couple of years that, that I could take a little bit more time off, and then I don't know. I feel like with Supercross, I can be in a pretty good spot with, a good 6 weeks or so of really hard training. So, it was well worth it because obviously the season can be a pretty long one.
You rode really well in 24. It obviously didn't finish how you wanted to. RJ got the title. Probably because of what happened in Nashville. I mean, really, the Nashville situation really just kind of screwed your season over to a degree. But how do you go into this year? You're refocused. Did you do anything different going into this year, or is it kind of the same as last year? And hope for no crazy shit like in Nashville.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got to just take it, race by race, sort of like last year. And I don't know. I feel like it's never going to get easier, obviously, but I think maybe on the nerves and the mental side, maybe a little bit easier, just having more experience.
Yeah.
So I mean, the biggest thing that I think I learned from last year is just take it race by race and try to be a little bit more prepared for the opener. I would say not as far like I was prepared and I feel prepared now, but just nerves and just trying to handle the day a little bit better. I didn't ride great at the opening round last year, but the rest of them I felt fine. So just try to adjust that, and I mean, give it hell.
You had some good rides, you had some wins, but last year in the Supercross series was the first time we had seen you go on one of those runs. I can't remember exactly how many rounds it was, but you won a couple in a row, and that's when you got the points lead, and that was the first time that you kind of had that dominant run. What were some other factors of that contributed to maybe confidence, or just like, okay, I've done this now I can apply that to what I'm doing in the future?
I'd say the biggest takeaway was just when I was able, it would have been, we had a lot of mudders obviously early on, and then we had a long break, and I took some time between Glendale and Seattle. But then it was when I won Seattle, I don't know, something just kind of clicked, and then St. Louis, I ended up winning all the Triple Crown motos and won that. And then we had another break, and then going to Nashville. Like I don't know, it was just something that I had never felt before, where you just feel like when you line up, everything's kind of clear, and you just feel like, maybe you're the best guy out there. And and it kind of translated in outdoors. Obviously I struggled a little bit, but I also there at the end, like I felt like I got on a little bit of a run. I was able to win 2 in a row or whatever it was, and felt good at Ironman again. Obviously I had a little crash, but kind of the same thing. So I think that's a really big part is momentum. Like everybody talks about it, but momentum is definitely a real thing. You start getting off the gate better, you finish better, and then everything kind of clicks. So I think it's just minimize the not so great nights and
stay away from your teammate. Damn it, Cam.
Oh man.
Whackers.
No, more so just get a better start at the East-West shootouts, because all the East-West shootouts that for some reason didn't get good starts.
Levi, we got to get into this. Obviously the Haiden Deegan drama. I don't think you create any of this drama necessarily, but there is a little jabbing going back and forth here on social media. It's kind of fun, but then I don't know how serious it really is in real life. Like, what do you think about it? And I'm going to ask you, I don't know if it's been announced yet, but it sounds like you're probably going West Coast. I don't know if you can tell us, but I'd like to see you race West Coast against Deegan. I think most people would, but what are your thoughts on the Deegan Kitchen situation?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's funny. I think it's awesome. I don't think it's not maybe as serious as it may seem, you know, but that's kind of the point. Like, it gets people fired up and the sport needs it. So I figured, I mean, nobody really says anything back to what he says. And I think the reason that, you know, it's kind of me and him talking a little smack is because I've shown that I will. So I think he enjoys it. And, I don't know. I mean, it's fun. You know, I'm going to race him hard and he's going to race me hard. But I mean, we've raced each other for a little bit now and we've honestly had some great racing. So like, I don't know how serious it is. I'm not sure what he thinks of it, but
yeah, I think you're having fun with it.
And yeah, and I think he is too. Like we were together on the same team for a while and we got along and, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe things have changed. I'm not really sure, but I just knew when he makes little jabs, like I'm like, all right, I got to start
giving it back,
showing my personality and maybe giving him a little bit of shit back. So I don't know. It's kind of for like, you know, it's good for fans and
yeah,
I kind of go by the saying like any publicity is good publicity. So I mean, if my name's coming out of his mouth, he's obviously got a big following. So
there you go.
It's just going to grow my, I don't know, my viewing or whatever you would call it. Back to your point of the whole East-West thing, this is like truly honest. I actually still haven't heard. But I'm hoping to go West. Obviously, I mean, we'll see. But yeah, I really haven't gotten a call yet. So I'm kind of planning on flying out. But
Levi, you won't remember this, I hope. But I want to see if the guys in studio, and maybe even you, now blame me for the way Nashville went. Walking through the pits
it's all about him.
Saturday morning. No, I saw him, and I was like, look, dude, just let RJ have the title, dude. Let him have it. Let the old guy win.
Why would you say that? I didn't know this.
And he just laughed. He's like, no.
Yeah.
And then everything went south. So I don't know if I'm to blame.
Maybe
if I am, I'm
your
sorry.
Advice.
I didn't remember that. Now that you say it, I definitely remember that.
Yeah.
So now he blames you.
Oops.
Don't give him any interviews this year, Levi.
Every time, just tell him, no,
he's going to hang up now.
Yeah.
He's done.
Yeah.
I'm my own worst enemy. I mean, everybody's that way, I think. But no, you could pretty much, I think you could say really whatever you want. And I don't know. I like talking like smack when it's with my buddies or whatever the case is.
So basically, we're going to have another Cooper Webb when he moves to the 450 class, just like talking trash on the line.
I hope so.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
No, I'm different than that. I'm more just like, I don't know. Cooper's like, he's good at it. He's like Mr. Serious. I'm like, I'm Mr. Funny that almost makes people mad that I'm too relaxed.
Yeah, that's cool. Coop's trying to mess with people and fuck with their head, and then Levi's just being goofy, it sounds like, and like having fun, and then that frustrates people too, probably. A couple of things that we got to kind of get into is, you know, as media, as fans, we talk about Levi seems to struggle coming through the pack, and you've kind of talked about it a little bit. Is that something that you think about? Is that something you honestly feel like you need to work on? Do you need to be more aggressive when you don't get a good start?
Yeah. You know, there's definitely, I could agree with that, but I think also now a lot of that just comes with Racecraft and, knowing where you're good, you know, like before it was, especially on Supercross, you know, I didn't have a ton of experience. Last year was obviously better, but, I think that just comes with time and I don't really feel like I struggle with that as much anymore. I mean, the only time I would say, like the only thing that can sometimes get in the way is like falling into somebody's pace. But that really only happens if I'm like struggling with that track or whatever, you know, like, I don't know. I feel like when I know I'm on, I don't think I'll have any issues. Or it obviously depends on, like I said, the tracks. Like Salt Lake actually was a great example of one that I felt like I rode good and I felt like you could throw a blanket over the top 6 guys and we were all just, you know, my mechanic would have my lap time and he would have RJ's or whatever. And it was like, there wasn't a whole lot to do.
That track
separate, kind kind of same with Denver. It was hard. But then you get somewhere that's, super technical. And it, that obviously can change. So,
how has that relationship with PC evolved over the season and off season into upcoming this year with Mitch and all that? How has that grown?
It's been amazing. I think that's a good point you brought up. Like, I think that's going to be helpful this year too. Is last year was my first year. You show up to A1, it's your first time with that team at a race environment, and just everything. Like, you got to learn stuff. And now, it's easy. I've got my shoes and my fishing poles and all my stuff on the semi. So, it's just a lot more simple. And the gym driver, like, everybody knows what I need to eat, and that little stuff people don't think about, but it really does go a long ways. You don't feel like I now feel like, even though I don't, I feel like I own that truck. You know what I mean? Where before it was like I was trying to stay out of people's way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that'll be helpful. And I think everybody gets, like, we all get along really well. Hopefully everybody likes me. I think they do. So it's good.
If 2025 was a chapter in the book of your life, what would that chapter be titled?
The turning point. That would be my...
That's
because,
a really good
and the reason why is because it's like, I feel this, at least, if everything goes the way I want it to this year, I do believe I can earn a 450 ride. And then that's where your career does start on activity, but I really feel like your career, for what we all dream of and financially and everything, that's what our goal is. So,
yep.
I've had a couple seasons, and I think now is, the turning point.